Hi guys, welcome to Co-Parenting with a Narcissist 101, War of Many Battles. I'm Kate. Thank you guys for subscribing to listen to what I have to say. I appreciate it, and hopefully we keep, bouncing off ideas to get through this process of dealing with these toxic people. All right, please like, share, subscribe, let anybody that needs to know. All right, today we're going to talk about the narcissist and child support. First of all, what is child support? Child support is money that once you leave a relationship, the other parent moves out, or you move out, whatever, whoever it is with child or children gets that money. They look at it as income that leaves that household when that separation happens. So to balance it out, and of course to in the interest of the child, to maintain the same or somewhat maintain the same standard of living that the child is used to. So pretty much everything is in the in the best interest of the child. So if that's the child is used to the two income household, now is one, the parent that left need to is expected to bring something to the household, because the child still lives there, to help with food, shelter, and of course clothing. So a narcissist does not understand what I just said. That is not how they look at it. A narcissist's view on child support, and unfortunately, I think some people might have the same view of this, but where they think child support is the money that you give to the other parent for free. It's free money. Because I've heard people say it. They say that some people misuse the money that they're given, which I don't know if you're still providing the same. If they have the child at the child's best interest at heart, I don't see how to quote unquote misuse the money, because that money is going somewhere. It's go. I don't see how doing what they're supposed to do. But anyway, that's something by the way. But let me see. Here, a narcissist looks at this child support as money you conned out of them. You stole from them. Matter of fact, that's what my narcissist. Well, the narcissist, not mine. I don't know why I can't claim. Don't claim these people. The narcissist. That's what he said. He said, "You're stealing from me." There's no mention of the two kids I have with him. He said, I'm stealing the money from him because the court ordered him to pay child support. So it to them is a free money that you stole, or you conned out of them. That's how they look at it. They are not seeing the children or what I just described, the child support money, what child support is. They don't see it that way. So you best believe that they are sitting down, as was in my case, telling the children how you're taking money from them, and without them that you're not that they will not eat, they wouldn't be living in a house, that he needs to in my case, he needs to be paying this money, because without it, like I said, we won't survive. Now, despite the fact that you are working full time, you've been working the whole time that you're in a relationship. This kid see you go to work, every day. So just the same way as it was in my case, that it complete disregard of partnership, complete disregard of what you bring into the household. This same thought process continues, where you're not giving credit for anything good anyway. So they're over there telling the children how they are the ones children carrying your financial burden, And so in my case, the kids come over and my daughter's asking me, "Are we gonna make it?" I said, "What are you talking about there?" And that's when I heard it. I said, wow. So I actually have to sit them down, and depending on what age your child is, you know, you know how you approach this. Mine are in middle and elementary school, so without really going into what, diving deep into it, I can explain to them what that child support is. And I said, this is an adult conversation. That is not you. Next time your dad brings this up, you tell him that no, you guys are kids, and that's not what kids talk about. That's between you and mom. Because they will sit down and go over the specific. In my case, they were discussing money. They were discussing the same amount, telling them how he's making such and such, and this much is going to me, and how I'm not making this much. So be prepared for that. That conversation will go on. Depending on what age your kids are, which level of explanation, about this that you're gonna, give them. So, a question is, which a normal person will ask is, so just because you do not live with your children 100% of the time means that they stop existing? Does that mean that you're not going to raise your child anymore? You're not going to contribute to raising that child just because you don't live with them 100% of the time? So that's the crazy thing I don't understand. Even with people, I don't know if they're narcissists or not, but I've heard this so many times. People looking at child support as some sort of, free money that whoever the other parent is doesn't know what to do with it, so they waste it and blow it. Maybe people do waste money and not take care of their children, but that money is supposed to go replace the income that left the household. That's what that is. It isn't a free money or it's something that the extra money that a parent's supposed to now blow off on whatever. Because if you are taking care of the child, if you're doing what you're supposed to do, you even realize that money probably not enough. By the time the kids get into activities, like mine, after school program, other extracurricular activities, they get into this dance class, basketball, team, whatever, you realize that, yes, you end up, that will not be enough. So when the narcissist tells you how, you're stealing from them or running around not want to pay the child support, or, the question is, who does not want to raise their child? If you really have that interest if you have interest in the child, why wouldn't you want to contribute to the upkeep of the child? Unless you don't want the child anymore, then in that case, you are, go to the courthouse and they take your name off the birth certificate. Then you don't have to deal with it anymore. I don't even know if you can do that. I think this still holds you, I'm not sure how that goes. If you can actually deny your paternity or whatever they call it, and I don't even think you're still off the hook from it. I'm not sure. But you explain to the kids. Explain to the kids what the child support is in whatever age, they're in. You don't need to sit down and discuss business of back and, you're not going to go to that level with them because they view the children as their mates, so you're not going to go there. You got to keep the children in the children's place. So if they have all this adult conversation with the child, you still have to put that boundary to explain that to the kids, where that, you're staying in the children's position. They're not adults, even though they've been dragged into this by this parent. But you're not going to go there with. So, yes, narcissists will look at child support as the money you're trying to steal from them, the money you conned out of them, and they most often will try to run away from it. Mine did try to, but thank God I followed up. They would try not to do that, because at the end of the day, if they have genuine care for the child, there will be no issue about paying child support. But they look at it as the money you're stealing from them. Means you're winning, and you can't win. They look at it as you are winning. It's very sad that the child, it's not even, was not part of the discussion for them. But as we go, we begin to understand it, and we start having less expectation from these people, because the less your expectation is all the way down on the floor or on the ground, and when it comes to them, you realize things move a little easier for you. Things you get to move around. You get to feel less, of all this stuff that they do, because what do you expect from a 3-year-old? You understand? So keep our expectation low when it comes to them in this regard. But know that they will be discussing child support payment and all that stuff with the children. But hopefully, you explain to the kids, and without going down to specifics of dollar amounts and everything, like they will be doing. He did that in my case. But explain to the kids, and the kids see you. The difference between us and them is that, yes, they're busy talking a good game, but they don't show up when the action comes. But you concentrate on doing what you're supposed to do. The kids will see it. They will see it. They know you go to work every day, so obviously you're working. so you're getting some kind of money from your work. So somebody over there telling them how they're not, you're not doing anything, or without them they're not going to survive, or whatever. And obviously it contradicts it when they see you go out every day and go to work and come back. So concentrate on your actions. Don't worry about all this noise that they're making. As the kids get older, the lines don't meet, and they'll see it. As they get older, the lines don't meet with them. They're like, okay, yeah, he said that over there, but now this is going on over here. I'm seeing this. So they now start trying to line up actions with words, and when they come to them, they lack every single time. Every single time. All right, guys, that's all I have for you on this one. Like, subscribe, let whoever needs to know. And I thank you so much for joining me on this. So if you get your mind right, everything else will fall into place. Take care. Bye.